Hey guys, Chris here from Dad on Demand, and in this video we're going to answer the question, is Drano bad for your pipes? And so what I did was I did quite a bit of research on this because I have heard arguments on both sides. And I know whenever you have a clog, either in your bathroom sink, kitchen sink, anywhere, one of the easiest things to do is just go get some Drano, pour it down the drain and be done with it. And a lot of times it works, doesn't always work, but there's quite a bit of debate on if this is bad for your pipes and your septic system, if you're on a well, like a septic. But I did the research, so let's go ahead and dive in. And basically what I found out, if you go to Drano's website, they say that it is perfectly safe for pipes. And, you know, of course, that's the manufacturer that says that, so you have to kind of take that with a grain of salt. So I did some research on Google and visited about 8-9 different websites. And now, once again, a lot of the websites were plumbing websites. And so you also have to kind of take that with a grain of salt as well, because, you know, the first thing I thought was, okay, if a plumbing website is telling you not to use Drano because they're bad for your pipes, are they really doing it because they want you to call them out, you know, to do the service? So I tried to find some independent websites, you know, blogs that didn't have any ties to, you know, plumbing services or, you know, Drano themselves. There were a few out there, and basically I'm not going to go over all of it and make this a super long, boring video. I'm just going to kind of summarize my findings. And basically what I found that was consistent among all of them was that, you know, the chemicals that are in Drano itself will not typically damage your pipes. However, the problem is the way Drano works is it has several chemicals in it, but what happens is it has lye and it has aluminum in it. And what happens is when you pour that down your drain and it gets into your pipes, it reacts with like the hair and the grease, whatever's causing the clog, and it creates like this boiling chemical reaction that just kind of melts everything. And the problem with that is you know, that temperature gets very hot, and that's what they say will damage your pipes. They say if you have metal pipes, it'll actually corrode them. It won't physically damage them. It'll just cause corrosion. And then that chemical reaction in PVC pipes could actually damage the pipes themselves. But the one thing I really wanted to know, and maybe I'll do a future video on this, was what's the actual temperature whenever this chemical reaction takes place? I could not find that anywhere. However, there were some opinions on it, and the general consensus was that the actual risk of damaging your pipes is low with that chemical reaction. However, the main thing was the adhesive that holds your pipes together is very susceptible, to that process. So basically what they were saying was the heat from the chemical reaction, when this does its job, can actually melt the glue that holds your pipes together and cause them to come apart over time. Now, it doesn't seem like it's something that can happen from just one use, but you know, who knows? And I've used it in the past, you know, before I learned of this other method that I'm going to teach you. But generally, I would say for those two reasons, to me, it's just the benefits don't outweigh the risk, in my opinion. And Drano is super expensive. And so if you have a clog, especially if it's a bathroom sink clog, I'm going to show you a real quick way to get rid of that so you don't need Drano. And then the other thing is that these chemicals, this is very corrosive and it's very damaging. If you breathe this, it can damage your lungs. If you get it on your skin, it can burn you. And so there's just, you know, too much danger both to yourself and your pipes. And then there's no evidence for this, but I did see, I came across 2 websites that said that this can actually damage your septic system. I don't know how much truth there is to that, but it made sense. They said basically that your septic system has bacteria in it that breaks down you know, all the waste so that it can, you know, filter out from there, and this actually can kill that bacteria. So anyway, for that reason, I don't recommend it. I do believe Drano can damage your pipes over time, so it's really easy to fix the clog. Most people don't want to fix the clog because they think you have to, you know, take the sink apart. That's the typical thing is, you know, go underneath, You got to take all the pipes apart. It's a mess, and sometimes you can't get it back together without leaking. So, you know, that's mainly people use this for convenience. Now, what I found this really cool tool on Amazon, and basically they come in like a 4-pack. They're less than 10 bucks, and you can actually clean clogs without having to take your sink apart or the, you know, the trap underneath. So I'll link to a video. Actually, I did another video where we actually unclogged this sink right here. It was completely clogged. We unclogged it in 5 minutes with this tool without taking anything apart. And basically how it works is this just goes right down. It's a flat piece of plastic, so you can slide it in under your little, you know, drain cap down there without having to take it apart. And it just kind of slides right in, and then it grabs the hair, and it pushes it through, and then it pulls some of it out. So a lot of it gets pushed out. Some of it, when you pull it out, gets pulled back. You know, it's usually hair. Kitchen sink, it'll probably be grease. But this does a real quick job. It's less than, I think it's like 10 bucks for a pack of 4. I'll leave a link in the description below to get this on Amazon. I highly recommend it because you can get the clog yourself in 5 minutes, and it is, you know, 10 or 20 times cheaper than using Drano, and it's safe. So anyway, hey, that's it for this video. So in my opinion, from the research I did, I think Drano is bad for your pipes. You can do the research if you want yourself, but I recommend just get this little pack. These things will last you for a while, and they'll take care of any clog you got in less than 5 minutes. So hey, Chris here from Dad on Demand. Thanks for watching. Feel free to drop a comment in the box below if you have anything to say about that, or any opinions, maybe your own personal experience. Please like this video, subscribe to our channel, and I'll see you next time.